Good evening. I want to call the meeting to order and review and approve the minutes from the meeting of January the 20th. What is your pleasure?
I move that the minutes of the meeting of January 20th be approved as circulated.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There is no residents here as far as participation goes, so we'll go right on to the business. And resident interest. Staff reports, property managers, review written reports. Everybody received those. Just add them here.
Talking about the general update.
Right.
Very impressed with the notice. Let's see if I can find it. Did you know, T-minus 3 months until your apartment building goes smoke-free?
Yeah.
Which is part of
Yes.
the preparation.
I think they're sending that out every month.
Great.
Yeah, this is the second such notice, isn't it now? Or is it the third already?
I
think it's
It's a constant reminder that,
Yeah.
you know, and it's helpful hints.
Yep. Yeah.
Take a little idea.
But it's assistance with helping you to quit, which
Yeah.
sounds very
The
appropriate.
second one.
The second one.
Did you say that that came from Montpelier, that notice, or is that for here in Brattleboro?
No, it's being done by the staff working on the smoke-free initiative.
And here?
Here, our staff.
It's our own people, yep.
And this is actually done by Chelsea,
Mhm.
the Resident Services Coordinator.
Mhm. You mentioned something about this pink slip here.
Yes.
Some of these numbers are the apartment numbers are wrong, and somebody's just gotta go proofread this. For example, move outs through 1514, number 39-3 SEA.
That's his part.
There's no such
Right,
thing.
that's his part, yeah.
So somebody's gotta go over some of these.
Yeah.
At the same time, I would offer that it looks like the staff is busy with all of those. It's more, I believe, than we've had for a while.
Yeah. So, is anybody gonna ask me about the second page, sort of halfway down, pending move-outs?
Pending transfers? Or-
Pending move-outs?
Oh, move-outs, yeah.
The 504,
Yeah.
see, death.
Yeah.
How can it be a pending
Pending
move-out?
Oh, right.
What does the staff know that we don't know? I thought for sure Tom would ask. Mary and I had
I
a
didn't
bet.
catch that.
Mary said Marshall. I said, no, that's
I
Tom.
didn't catch that.
That's got Tom's name written all over it.
I hope that's not your apartment, Tom.
This is
I'm
a case
405.
where a resident passed away and the family is cleaning out the apartment, so
Well,
it's not
That's
empty.
why I figured that pending, if they haven't finished cleaning it out, is still pending, even though
Right.
the resident died.
Well, I just thought somebody would think that our property managers were clairvoyant.
So anybody have any other questions or thoughts on the general updates that we had?
Well, it seems like we got some nice movement going on.
Yeah, it does.
I know people swapping apartments in my
Yeah,
building right
yes.
and left, you know, they make sense.
Yeah.
Are the transfers, well, I see one that is overhoused,
Mhm.
and two overhoused, excuse me.
We've got a piece here on rent collection. They're pretty self-explanatory,
Mhm.
but the report looks nice, you know, as far as,
Well, the first month after Christmas.
that's
so
right,
not too
yes.
bad.
Right after Christmas looks very impressive. Okay. Program managers, residence service coordinator, SASH coordinator. Anything you know, Chris, that you want to bring up on any of that?
No? No. Oh, I did want to just mention that in the report, the one from the HCV Family Self-Sufficiency Report, it's the one in the dark.
Yeah.
Family
Um,
self-sufficiency?
Yes, it's unfortunate, her draft report got sent, and that's what's here instead of her, this is her notes to then write into the final report, so she was very apologetic and said, oh no, somehow I sent my draft notes, so
Hey, brevity is a,
I said, don't worry,
It's a blessing.
you're just a human being. Okay. Both programs are really doing well.
and especially like the paragraph, I encouraged one client to go to an open house.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she went, even though it had been called, she still, the client went, and she apparently has a job offer, which is good.
That property redevelopment manager, hazard mitigation project,
Oh, there's the, this one.
HCD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the HCD administrator, housing choice voucher program, shelter plus care. Yeah. Transition, oh yeah, okay. It's the light blue one that's in your packet. Okay, section 8. Shelter plus and transition to housing. David, anybody have any thoughts or questions on that?
Just I noted the reference to the payment standard in current Brattleboro rents.
Mm.
Discussed it, or mentioned in passing several times.
We and other housing authorities and housing trusts are contributing to the Vermont State Housing Authority, which is doing a survey to present to HUD to contradict fair market rents that they came up with. It's very, very expensive, and you have to do it exactly in this certain way. So VSHA takes the lead, and then they ask a large group of people if they would kick in, and Mary was actually kind enough to find some little bit of money for us, so we could make a contribution, because certainly we need our county done, so. Yeah, that's gonna appear more and more until we get a different ruling.
I lost my agenda here. I buried it up. No, that's yours. Oh, that's yours. Let me just see if I can find mine, because I would be lost without it. I had it here, and I probably just buried it up. There it is, right there. Okay. What I did notice, also here is this piece on smoke-free newsletter, volume 2, February 2014. T-minus 3 months until your apartment building goes smoke-free.
Can't get any cleaner than that.
No,
can it?
that's pretty straightforward, yes. So we'll be talking about that for the next couple of months anyway, and I'm sure. But it's becoming more and more easy to say, you know, and I'm sure that a lot of the residents are saying the same thing.
Article in the paper, I believe it was yesterday, about the fact that people are finally voicing out loud that they expect we may become a cigarette-free society. One guy was quoted as saying he doesn't think it's a pipe dream. which I thought
No play on words here, okay.
But I think it depends on where you are, because that CVS announcement that they're not gonna sell cigarettes
Mm.
down in the south and, in there, it caused quite a bit of problems
yeah.
with people down there.
Oh, sure.
This yellow sheet that we have right here, Jack Mahoney's report, property redevelopment manager. Does anybody have any questions or any thoughts on that?
One little change, 1, 2, 3, the fourth bullet down. In the middle, it says, this feature will eliminate the current problem for residents on the first 3 floors who are required by the Brattleboro Fire Department. That's, they're required by HUD. It's a HUD REACT requirement. We get penalized every time they come and inspect us for air conditioners.
There's no other place to put the air conditioner,
Well, yes, I
but
realize.
they don't consider that.
They look nice though, the new, what they're looking
Yeah,
at.
Jack worked up this photo
Oh,
today
very
that I'll
nice.
pass around, so you
Okay.
can see that's what they'll sort of look like.
yeah. Yeah, that looks attractive.
Certainly looks 21st century, doesn't it?
Does.
A lot less air leaking out.
Mhm.
Is that anything that I
Yeah.
should shoot? Okay.
May have to use the Zoom.
That's at
Samuel
Samuel Elliott.
Oh, nice.
Got it?
Yeah, there's a heavy slider there, and it leaks. I mean,
Yeah,
you
they're,
walk by on a windy day, could have blown a candle out.
yeah, no, they,
Very nice.
Nice.
Red Clover Commons, update on the project status. Anything to go to there, Chris?
well, you and Tom were at the meeting with residents.
Yeah.
We have the frequently asked questions, I hope to get done this week.
That was a good meeting too, by the way.
And you might, yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was a good meeting, it was a good
A
meeting.
lot of good questions came out.
Good participation.
Yes, it was, yes, it was.
We're shooting for a February submission to the Development Review Board and our first formal meeting with them March 17th to review the sketch plans.
As I recall, that's when we are having our meeting earlier.
Earlier.
In order to be able to go to the DRB.
Yes. And
We're
we
not
have.
having any problems with the funding for this.
No, I just wanted to let you know that we did have a meeting that the community development folks called last Thursday.
Mhm.
And the folks from the Vermont Housing Conservation Board were there and the Vermont Housing Finance Agency. And we talked about the project and funding, and everybody knows that it's coming and when we're coming and all of that. So,
Very good.
And I think people are coming to a point where they're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think they are too, you're right.
Hmm.
quit talking about it.
Get it done.
You're gonna only do so much so fast.
We're moving right along here. We're on to the financial reviews here. A monthly checking list, green piece of paper. List of all of our payables. If anybody has any questions here, speak up. And check signing, February, Marshall.
Yep.
March, Tom.
Yep.
April, I'm gonna do April.
I'll do May.
in May.
It looks like I got away with a month someplace here,
That's
so,
okay, all right.
yeah.
You can run, but you can't hide.
And that presents a problem to me because I'm going to be away at the end of June and part of July. So,
Oh, that's okay, we don't go in a set order.
okay.
Somebody will come forward.
Yeah, we'll have,
Well,
we'll get you.
yeah,
We'll get it
we'll work
filled.
down through May.
I did do
With Chris.
December and January together, so.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
We'll hold June for the moment here, and then
Yeah.
we'll.
Thank you.
And Chris spoke up and said she owes somebody one.
Well, the reason I did May is I don't know, how much I'll be around in June.
Oh, okay.
So,
So, it'll be amongst the fellows.
We got a note here, just as a quick note anyway, of changing our meeting set for March 17th,
Yes.
question mark.
And that's just to confirm that it's gonna be at 4 o'clock at the Hayes Court Community Room, and Mary and Judy do not need to be there.
Oh,
It'll be
This
very
is on the
short.
17th.
On the 17th,
17th.
yeah.
okay.
17, 4 o'clock,
4 o'clock.
Hayes Court Community Room. We'll be
and that's
sitting on
the regular board meeting?
Yes.
Okay,
instead of that night, because that night
Right.
is the
So we
DRB meeting, so
don't come,
no,
okay.
I think we'll be all right.
He's good, yeah.
And we'll be sending out a notice to everybody on the mailing list, probably next week, once we know closer.
Okay.
Not on the agenda, but does Mary want to address us any on what she sent?
You know, it's
Not
just.
yet.
No, it's
Section.
not being executive session, I guess.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Do we have any other business to come before the meeting? Hearing none?
I move we enter executive session to
Second.
discuss legal and personnel matters.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries and we go into executive session.
All right.
Thank you.